rain washed out everything here at the Rock on Friday, and it hurt the NASCAR Busch Series drivers more than it did the Winston Cup drivers, because they didn't get very much practice and they didn't get to qualify, had to start according to last year's points. For more on that story and the highlights of the Goodwrench 200, here's Bill Weber.
Ned, when rain washed out qualifying, they lined up the field on points. That put defending champion Ward Burton in the 5th position. But this morning he cracked ahead in practice and only got 2 laps of practice time in. Ward, you were fast in testing earlier in the week. How are you going to handle the early laps here today?
Well, I think the car's going to handle real good when the tires are cold. We're going to plan on going to the front as quick as possible. But I only got 2 laps of practice, so it's going to be a little interesting to see what this hardest car does in the long run.
The 42-car field followed pole sitter Joe Nemechek onto the track for 200 miles. And the early laps were spent checking the setup after pre-race practice was limited to just 45 minutes. But it was obvious Mark Martin and Dale Earnhardt hit the setup. After starting just inside the top 20, the 2 Winston Cup regulars carved a quick path toward the front of the pack. Nemechek's Dentine Chevrolet led the first 27 laps, chased by Todd Bodine. But it was rapid Robert Presley who worked around the pair to make the pass and take the Alliance Tractor Training Center Chevrolet to the front for the next 26 laps. But right in Presley's mirror, Martin's Winn-Dixie Ford, which needed only 30-plus laps to roar from 17th to 2nd. Early casualties included Jim Bound's Dial-Paid Chevrolet and Jeff Burton's Baby Ruth Ford, which overheated on this frosty day at Rockingham. On lap 35, Barry Bostic looped it in turn 2. Terry Labonte and Tracy Leslie couldn't get it stopped in time, and both took a lick. All 3 were finished for the day. When the race resumed, Presley, Bodine, and Martin moved away, and it took Mark 12 laps to catch and then pass Presley on lap 54. And nobody passed Martin in the last 144 laps. And while no one could catch Mark, strong performances came from Steve Grissom, David Green, Tom Peck, and newcomer Jason Keller, who started 27th and finished 8th. Sophomore Ricky Craven had a great run going, climbing into the top 5 until he ran into a tire from Todd Bodine's team during a yellow flag pit stop. Craven's car was never the same, and he faded to a 14th place finish. On lap 103, Bodine cut a tire and crashed head-on into the third turn wall. Todd was treated and released from a local hospital, but his brand new race car was ruined after just over 100 laps. The remainder of the race was all Martin, pursued but not pressured by Presley, Earnhardt, Grissom, and Green. Mark took the checkers by 6.5 seconds for his 2nd straight BGN win at the Rock. Exciting to watch you come through the field when you start back there. They had to start them on points. Is that still a thrill for you?
Oh, I can't tell you how much fun it is to be in a car that's capable of doing that. It's just a great car, and I'm really thankful that the Winn-Dixie folks were patient with us last year. We had some growing pains, and I think that we're going to have more success this year with this thing.